So codependency is about how we adapt to the primary stressor in our lives. So each member of the family adapts to the stressor in an attempt to control it. So they're experiencing the stress and adapting their behaviour so they can try and control it and keep it manageable. They become outer-directed and they live according to how the stressor is behaving. So that relationship becomes what you might call enmeshed, and they become codependent on that stressor. Another definition of codependency is by the National Mental Health Association in the US, and they say that it is a learned behaviour that can be passed down from one generation to another. It is an emotional and behavioural condition that affects the individual's ability to have a mutually satisfying relationship. People who are codependent often form or maintain relationships that are one-sided, emotionally destructive and/or abusive. So Cartman came up with the concept of the drama triangle. So he looked at fairy tales and different roles that happen in fairy tales and what creates the drama, and then how that can be applied to relationships. And he said there are only 3 roles necessary in drama analysis to depict emotional reversals that create the drama. And those 3 roles are the persecutor or the perpetrator, the rescuer, and the victim. What makes the drama is when there's a switch in the roles and the characters switch roles. And in real relationships, you actually only need 2 people to switch around those roles to make the drama work. So let's take the Pied Piper. The town is plagued with rats, and they're causing a problem for the townspeople and particularly for the children. So the mayor asks the Pied Piper to come and help. So we start off with the rats, who are the persecutors or the perpetrators, and the townspeople and the children, who are the victims, and the mayor, who's the rescuer. He's trying to rescue them, and he does that by enlisting the help of the Pied Piper, so he becomes the rescuer. And the Pied Piper plays his pipes, leads the rats away, and so the rats then become, and I think the rats all die in the story, so the rats then become, from being the persecutor, the perpetrator, to becoming the victims. And you could argue that the Pied Piper is now the persecutor of the rats. But overall, he's the rescuer to the children and the townspeople. But then the mayor doesn't pay him. So the mayor started out trying to rescue the townspeople by enlisting the help of another rescuer, now becomes the persecutor of the Pied Piper. So you can see it's constantly switching. Now the Pied Piper is so upset about what the mayor's done, the mayor's double cross, that he then leads the children away. So the children become the victims, the Pied Piper becomes the persecutor, and the mayor also becomes the victim, and there is no rescuer at the end of the story. So I think that's a really practical tool to help us understand what happens as codependency works itself out sometimes in relationships, and how we can begin to get out of the victim and the rescuer role. And I'd really encourage you to use that and think about that, and hopefully now it's been explained, you can identify when that happens in a relationship and think, okay, I need to step out of this now. And the final thing to remember is that recovery from codependency is a process, not an event. It's a spiritual and emotional journey. that we can trust that our loving Heavenly Father can bring us through.